welcome to Cruise TV. This is Tipsy Corner, and I am Tipsy. Today we'll be discussing marital affairs, and I'm not here alone. I have a guest with me.
Hello, I'm Taufi, and I'm pleased to be here with Tipsy on Tipsy Corner.
Tipsy on Tipsy Corner, I like that vibe. Yes, guys. So you all will agree with me that in a relationship, a woman has to do everything to please a man and to prove to him that she is what being marriable, like she's what marriable. But I mean,
Why men?
it's just absurd. It's weird. I mean, for ladies in this generation, for me, Tipsy,
me too.
okay, for you too, it is really weird. Like, what? You have to attract me, like, guy, be fine, know how to cook,
Have money, be respectful.
have money,
I mean,
be
what else?
loyal. Don't say cheating is for men.
No.
Be cool. So I mean, what, I don't know. How do you see it? For me, that's how I see it. You have to have all these qualities as a man for me to agree to be your wife. So I think we should normalize ladies setting out rules and regulations for
men too
whoever
as
they
well.
want to marry.
Because it's always been one-sided, where we see the men even the wife material. Before you see the husband material, you would have seen 1 million yard for wife material and all that.
Okay, for example, my friend wanted to get married, and there was this pressure at home, and she was like, she rock off by no, like, okay. I had to sit down and tell her, you have to be patient with yourself. Reason being that you have to find someone that suits your taste and not just
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what our mothers trained us with. When you're growing up, more leg bow, lolly or call.
Not sweep for so that cleanliness is next to godliness. The first thing is that how you sleep in your husband's house.
And once
they do things.
Once they come to visit, like they come probably get married to your husband and they come to visit, and the husband family comes to visit, and they see your husband sweeping. It's another problem on its own for the lady. Hey, what have you done to my son? What have you done to my son?
Vegetable.
So, I mean, please, I would like you to shed more light on this. Like, why should it be that way? Why not the other way around? Why should it should just be balanced? As much as the lady is trying to prove to the guy she's worthy of being married to, the guy should do the same.
And it's not just, I feel like guys, for them, they feel like the material thing is what they need to bring to the table, which is the money. But now I think it should be
more
everything.
that, yes.
You're bringing in your character, not just money. Like, women have money too now.
So women have money too. Yes.
Don't you have money?
Yes, now women have money.
So now you have money, we have money. So what else are you bringing to the table? And that's where your character check has to be, like, legit lit.
Top notch.
We're marrying each other. You're not just marrying me. I'm marrying you too. And like, marriage is very long. We'll spend the rest of our lives together.
It's not a
so it's not just a manageable thing. Let's just so.
Well, nobody's enjoying anything. I saw something on Gram, and lady was like, you cannot settle for a broke man. You know why? The only thing men bring to the table is their money.
Exactly.
So you settling for a broke man is just useless. He's basically useless. Okay, so we're not shaming any gender. We're just trying to balance the two. A woman should know how to cook. A woman, now I hear women say, I don't need to know how to cook. Whoever will marry like that. No, it's just normal. It's appropriate. Like, you have to know how to cook. You have to know how to clean the house. You know how to take care of the children.
Are you talking about all gender or just women alone now?
For women,
okay.
Like, it's normal. You don't see it as a big deal. It's just normal. I feel it's a way of even showing your husband you love him. When you cook his favorite meal for him.
Okay.
But most women will say, I don't need to know how to cook. And my nails, I can't cook with my nails. I can't smell my nails. I can't. No. It's just you reciprocate. If you want him to do it, you do it first. I feel there are men that when you want them to show you love, is how you love them.
I think it's even human nature, like reciprocation. What you give me is what you receive. Yes.
So when you show them love, they tend to show you more. They tend to loosen up. They tend to love you the more.
Yes.
But you're the working class woman, the pride and egoistic woman. You're trying to.
I think there's a misconception that all working class women are quite proud, which is wrong.
It's not true. It's not true. We are working class and we love our man. Like, we love our men so much. Okay, so explain to us how to balance the two. Like, What you think the men are not doing right and what they should start doing right? What you think the women are not doing right and what they should start doing right?
I think it even starts from upbringing. Like the upbringing has to be changed as well. For parents, when you're bringing up the male child and then the female child, what are you doing? Are you telling the female child to do all the home duties while ignoring the male child? The male child just sits there waiting for his sister to, take care of him and all that. So from the upbringing, things has to change. Both of them should be fully involved. No one is anybody's slave, because a man that you don't train from being a boy age would grow up and become irresponsible, and that's just it. So when he knows this thing from the boy child age, when he gets married, it's a natural thing to him. He will do it, and even if people say, "Oh, why are you doing this?" "Oh, I've been doing this all my life." It's not that when the woman marries this man, will now start saying, I can't cook. The man would feel like, even when I was young, my mommy cooks, my sister cooks. So where are you coming from that you not cook?
Right.
But if it's from upbringing that you've brought them up well, both of them are fully responsible in duties, things would change. No one will even tell anybody to cook because it's natural to you.
Okay.
So I think these are one of the things. This is even an essential thing.
Very important. Okay. So what about the women that don't want to cook? Women that don't want to cook, women that don't want to sweep, they feel it's just work, check on their kids, say hello to their husband, and they've moved. Party, Ashwebi gang. I don't know.
I don't think, if they could afford to outsource, I actually do not see a problem in it. I mean, if you want to outsource cooking, you want to outsource sweeping, I really don't think. But I feel like almost all women were raised to, want to do all duties. Like from that little age you are sweeping, you're already being told, is this how you sweep? Not because you should sweep up, but because you go and sweep in your husband's house.
Amazing.
So like a lot of things has changed, like outsourcing cooking, having chef, and vacuum cleaner, washing machine. So honestly, we have to change the poor mindset too as well.
Okay. The world is advancing. Okay, so it just all boils down to understanding between the two
partners.
Okay. So that will take us to our major thing today, marital affairs. So I saw this online on Gram, and I'm going to be reading out to every one of us out there. Okay, so my woman isn't cooking, washing, or doing any chores on visiting my family for the first time. It is very disrespectful. She is a guest and must be treated with regard. Good food should be ready, clean house, and welcoming atmosphere. Coming from a man.
Exactly, coming from a man.
This is impressive. Very.
I think this should be the checklist of every man, because first impression, I know they say first impression matter, but it should come from both sides. I am coming to impress the family, but the families should be impressing me as well. Like, how do I get to your house and then the next thing is mom is piling clothes? For what? Like, do I wash clothes in my own house to come to your house and be washing clothes? Do you get?
Yes.
So these are things like, I don't know, because imagine a scenario where the guy comes to my own house, my fiance comes to my own house, and the next thing is my dad is taking cutlass to go and cut grasses. Like, does it match up? Because if we are comparing, it's like a comparison. So the guy stands up to assist my dad to cut grass. No one should. Even if there is clothes at home, at that particular time, first time that I came around, I think everywhere should be, at least pretend to me that the home is a lovely place. Entertain me, impress me too.
Exactly.
I know I'm impressing you as well, but impress me too. That's what I think, though.
Okay. Wow, that's a good one. On my own side, like on the other hand, I'll talk for those that are out there and believe the lady should impress the guy always. Okay, so I checked through the comment section and I noticed that people said a particular lady said she doesn't see anything wrong in it.
Okay.
She got to her boyfriend's house for the first time. She even traveled down.
The boyfriend's house or the boyfriend's
boyfriend? They're about to family's house. Boyfriend family's house.
Okay.
Yeah. She traveled down, and on getting to the house, nobody even helped her with her stuff. So she dropped it, greeted the parents, and the next the mother was like, we are eating amala and we do tonight.
Okay.
She entered the kitchen. She met dirty dishes.
First time.
She had to wash the plates, clean the kitchen, and started making amala. And they would do proper.
Oh, wifey.
After which, everybody ate their food. She was still in the kitchen. The siblings of the boyfriend brought their plates to the kitchen and dropped it. And she continued washing.
Where was the boyfriend in all this?
Was with his family.
Oh, okay.
She cleaned everywhere. Before she said it was almost midnight. Then when she woke up to clothes. And people had to ask her, were you a slave in your father's house? Okay, let's assume you work like that in your parents' place, and you plan to work like that in your husband's house.
And then to your husband's family house, because she's not going to just work like that.
Because really, it's going to move, because they've seen her like that.
Naturally, they've seen a maid.
Yes. The mother will come.
Exploit maid. I don't know. Like, the human nature is to exploit people. So if you show yourself that, you can wash very well, you can cook very well, and then you can even wash plates. Oh my God, that's a full package kind of wife they want. And they will treat you like that forever. And guess what? Even on their phone, you'll be saved as wifey for sure. Because that's what you came to do in their house. So I think everybody should respect themselves, honest. And I think that's why self-esteem matters. Because if you know you're a queen, you deserve to be treated like a queen. Yes. You should not get to someone's house and then I don't think anyone will get to my house and then the next thing they want to do is wash clothes. Why? Why are you washing? We have no dirty clothes in my house. And even if we do know, washing machine is dirty. So even poor mindset plays a role in all this thing. So it's not just a one thing. And then my boyfriend too is looking at me doing what? Washing clothes. Are we not supposed to be talking, like, introduce yourself?
Get to know my
family, what do you like to do, where, and I skipped that stage to washing of clothes. No.
Okay, let's come to the aspect of kids, having kids. Most men don't like the first stage whereby the baby is born, the crying stage, the napkin, the throwing up, the
woman doesn't like it as well.
But women we can't abandon our kids.
Yes.
But the men will just do away completely. Like at least average of them, 50%. You just want to just stay away, like just go. I'm uncomfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, how do they balance it? Okay. How like that at that moment there is going to be a fight at home. The wife will be feeling, we have the kids together now. Why would you just so how do they balance it? How does understanding come to play there? How does understanding basically?
I think before I even talk about the understanding and cooperation, there was something I saw where, women share their experience on pregnancy and how it's really terrible for them and all that. Guess what men did? They discredit. They were like, someone said his grandma had 8 children. So what's his women complaining for that pregnancy did? So now imagine that kind of man, married, and maybe the wife has just 1 kid and all that. Of course he would, like, my mom herself, it's she bought it, she no complain, and she go do everything. What is your problem? So I think it still go back to how you bring up people, and then even sometimes your exposure to matters. Because who likes kids? Kids are until they grow to maybe age 5 years, they become adorable. But that small age still crying and all that. And then the fact that women go through a lot, from the pregnancy to the labor room to childbirth to even taking care of the kid. So it should even be like 50-50 or depends on, the man goes to work, understandable. Now you come from work, where are you going to? You should, how are you? How was today? What did he cry too much? Okay, let me pet him. What are the duties that I should do as well? It should be complementary. Pregnancy is huge stuff that women should not carry. And I think I'll blame the older generation. Those women did everything on their own. They wanted to be known as a strong woman. Me, I am not a strong woman. I am soft, I am delicate, and deserve to be treated as one. And I think that's what everybody should adopt. You're not strong. Don't try to be strong.
Don't prove anything to anybody, because
let them tell them, I need your help. Help me. Say it with your mouth. Help me. These are what you should do. Don't even saying help me is vague.
Yes.
Explain it down. This is what you should do when you come back from work. Okay. Clothes, the baby's clothes. I want to sleep as well, so maybe play with the baby. So you talk to them, because I realize that when you say to them, maybe communication
it helps,
because you realize that you do everything, and then when you're complaining, you say, you didn't tell me anything. You didn't tell me to help you. We're just squeezing your face. You didn't say anything. So communicate as well. I think that's important.
Okay, so communication, understanding, and cooperation. Okay, so but I still feel everything boils down to upbringing. Their parents, the older generation, like you said, because most parents will train. The son will be inside playing game. The lady will be washing at the same time, cooking, washing the.
And that's what causes the imbalance in marriage, because we've trained one girl to see marriage as an whole to whole, which she has to protect with all her strength. And then another gender is just there like, marriage, what's that? Just take it easy. I mean, you enjoyed in your parents' house, marriage. It's supposed to be like the king. I mean, you were small king there, daddy was king, but now you're the head, you know. So we do all these things all the time at home, which should be wrong.
Yeah, which is very wrong. And they will, please, our parents out there, please.
And even the new parents, because you find out that patterns repeat themselves.
Yes.
So you have a kid now, start it. It's not too late. Make sure they're both active. The boy child, the girl child, they're doing it together. No one should be anybody's slave. So let this thing, because new parents do, you realize that the pattern which you were brought up, you think it's right, then you want to take care of your own child like that, which is wrong.
Which is very wrong.
And men too, you are now matured. You are not a baby anymore. Think for yourself. Sorry, eh?
Well, so there's this saying is actually true that older men are babies. Like when you treat him like a baby, you pamper him. Who does not want to be pampered? I mean, I'm a baby girl too.
I'm a baby
I want
girl.
to be pampered. I want to be taken care of. I want to relax and enjoy.
Taken care of.
Yes, guys. So what will be your advice to the mothers and the fathers? How to change, how to switch from what they've been taught before, how to raise their own family.
I think you have to do a reflection as well. Your childhood, how was it for you? Was it good? Was it bad? Because the thing about us is that we can learn in two ways. Either your childhood mar you to the extent that you're like, never, I won't do this again. This is what my own family will be like in future. Or you're like, oh, is this how I was brought up? Well, breakfast, I'll do exactly the same thing. So it is in two ways. But I think, you should not cause harm to another child that you're bringing up. So reflect, do your reflection. We all know what is right and what is wrong.
Yes, that's very correct.
Thing. We know what is. So try and start emulating what is right. Model it, and children learn from what their parents do. So start modeling these things, and hopefully when you do, you communicate well, there's cooperation among the family, then I think everything will be good. It's not going to just jump.
It's not going to just happen.
But gradually, it's a process. So small steps makes a huge change in the family system.
Okay, so let's go to the aspect of mother and daughter. The daughter grooming to a young lady now, and she's starting to have a boyfriend.
Okay.
So that relationship between her and the older generations did not bring us up that way. They feel once he touches you, you, so don't allow him. Don't move when he's talking to you. Don't move close. Let there be a distance between the two of you. So now this generation, we know it's happening. It's real. Yes. Even a 13-year-old girl is looking all matured, all grown, and has toasters left and right. Fine girl. So how do we as the mothers draw them close, explain life to them, make them see reality, and so they will be our best friend?
I think the thing is we grow up, and like you said, we're not taught that way. So I think even before you have any child, you should know how you want to bring up your own child, especially coming from the default of how you were brought up. Okay, you were brought up with the fact that you can't, maybe you have not a really close-knit family. You can't tell your mom stuff, so you bottle it up, and then you bottle it up. A lot of things happen to you that you can't really tell anybody went wrong. So from that, you should know the steps you took that made it went wrong, and then from that place, you should start trying to communicate to your own child. And I remember being in an SRHR communication where it says that even from age 2, you should start talking to your daughter. Like, a lot is happening.
A lot.
And you should not even just say private parts. Call the things what they have. Do not allow anybody to touch you. Remember, you can talk to me. And then you realize that when children too wants to say something, children sometimes do not talk directly. Okay, you notice that you tell her to go to this particular uncle. She's like, no, I don't like him. And you're still saying, go. You say, no, mommy, I don't want to go. Like, from your sense, you should, okay, what happened? Not that I don't just like him. Okay, why? nothing for first the child will not
You don't
voice
want
out.
to, yes.
But if you don't force her to go, and then you're like, okay, let's go home or something, and then when you get home, has uncle done anything? What does he do? The child starts, because you believed in her at that moment. You didn't push her. It's not like when she said, no, mom, I don't want to go. You're like, if I do this to you, you know. So remove fear totally, because we were brought up with fear.
Yes.
Remove fear totally. Love the child. Communicate. Let them know that they can tell you stuff and you believe them first. And honestly, who should you believe first? Your own child or a stranger? So those are things that we should start correcting. Remove fear. Replace it with love. And then make sure that you can communicate effectively with your child. Ask them questions. Answer their questions as well. Children are naturally curious and inquisitive at that age. So yes, ask them questions and let them answer as well.
I would advise fathers on the other side. I would advise fathers to mothers to take their time. Mothers get nervous when they see that the children do not have good communication or good relationship with their father. But I think men come around when they see that the child is old enough, almost growing to a man, and they can communicate better with them. Please do not forget, this program was brought to you by Strength for All Women Ministry. Yeah, so men communicate more with their kids when they say that, okay, this boy is now almost my height.
And I think that's what we should correct. You should be like a role model to your child.
Exactly.
You should say and say, Dad, like if you treat your daughter right or your son right, they would not go for a mere version like, my dad is like one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Who are you?
Exactly.
So come and say I should be washing your clothes. You know, so stuff like that.
Somebody will say something. He says, hey, it's not that your daddy treats you like this. How
would I match
is too much.
Exactly.
How will I exactly?
That's high standard. Like,
so
that high standard for your kids.
You make your children happy. You make them at peace. And you make them trust you. Once they trust you, everything going on in their life completely.
And you remove fear. It's not like punishments or you make them feel down. You talk to them, because sometimes you might not punish them, but the way you talk to them.
Yeah, the way you can correct them.
Exactly, with love and all that. So
okay, so we would like you to your advice to the upcoming parents, the older generation, the kids out there.
Well, I'd say that for the upcoming parents, start reflecting now. Especially the way you were brought up, the wrong part, the right part. We all know what is right and wrong. So start decoding and start writing the kind of family that you want for yourself. And then for women too as well, set a high standard for yourself. Like, let your self-esteem be high. No one should be inviting you to their parents' house to wash clothes. You're not auditioning for anything. You're like the best version of yourself, and you should come correct as well. Like if they see you with high packaging, like
best version of myself, I'm a queen.
Yes, so you should be treated like one. And I think for what again, we should have fathers as well.
Yes, fathers.
It could be you were raised wrong or right, but you're an adult now, so start correcting your steps. Retrace it, face it, trace it, and
buy gifts. Spend time with your kids.
Spend time with
them
family.
out.
I mean, if when they were young, when they go to play football, they always told you come back right after, and her, because you have to stay with your family. Maybe men be staying with their family more when they go older. So they're not taught that.
Or maybe when they see daddy cook in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Or daddy help them in baking and they eat it together. I mean, that's the way they grow and learn.
Exactly.
So please, let's do better.
Let's do better. And we have to do better. We don't have a choice.
Too many divorce cases. So let's do better. Let's do better. More understanding. Let's do better. Yes. Okay, so we'd like to have a small info about you and a closing remark.
Thank you. I am Taufikat Adigun, but you can just call me Taufi. And I am a CYGN member for Commonwealth Nation. And you can reach me on Twitter or IG at Taufi_gun. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on the show. Also remember that this show was brought to you by Strength for All Women Refuge. You can join us on YouTube at Cruise TV, on Instagram at NewsCruise1. Kindly click the follow button. We love you.